Bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you so much for this day. God, I just ask that, Lord, you dwell here with us, Lord, that with all the players, Lord, that they might exhibit a Christ-like attitude, have good sportsmanship, but, Lord, let them lay it all out on the court. And, God, I just ask that throughout the whole game, everyone might be safe, might be kept from injury, and, Lord, just let us have a good game of basketball tonight. Thank you for everything you do. In your name I pray. Amen.
Win or go home time for Southwestern Adventist, the Knights, and the Randall Saints. It's the 5 and 4 seeds here in Keene, Texas, playing in the opening round of the 2023 Southwest Region Tournament. Hi, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight. Both of these teams playing for the second time in a week. More on that later. Right now, let's meet the starting lineups first for Jesse Bird and the Randall Saints. At 4 and 21, they are the 5 seed in the southern portion of the Southwest region. Starting today is number 0, Eli Riley. Number 2, C.J. Mitchell. Number 10 is Kanan Ryan. Number 21, Chase Davis. And number 35 is James Thomas. Randall coming off a loss at Arlington Saturday, 84-72. Now for Tyler Woldridge and your Knights of Southwestern Adventist, 3 and 18. The 4 seed starting today is number 0, Justin Lamb. Number 5, Ephraim Viadex. Number 13 is Eric Pfeiffer. Number 22, Byron Fields. And number 33 is Felix Smith. So the starters that we've seen for most of the second half of the season for Tyler Woldridge, as the Knights coming off that loss on Saturday. Their regular season finale was at Champion, and the Tigers beat them 87-80. So, some business to handle before the tip-off. We'll take a look at the bracket that doesn't reflect these play-in games. There was one play-in game played earlier today. It was Ozark over Barclay. So they're going to take on Champion starting on Thursday. And then the winner of this game will play Kansas Christian, and that will be a 7 p.m. approximate start on Thursday. Randall in the blue. Jesse Bird assured me that these jerseys are off the shelves just for me so I could see the jersey numbers. What a guy that Jesse Bird is. As we're about to tip it up, it'll be James Thomas and Byron Fields to get us going. Settle in for some playoff basketball, everybody, as the Saints control the opening tip. These two teams split during the regular season. Randall won 78-74 and more back on December 6th, and then on Thursday, these two teams met right here on this court. Southwestern Adventist took down the Saints 78-62 as the first jumper is off the mark on the 3. Randall will shoot a lot of threes. They're 9th with 662 three-point attempts during the regular season. And Chase Davis will shoot the bulk of those. He's got a 1/6 of those attempts, roughly. Here's Pfeiffer. It's Fields. Cross court to Lamb, extra passes with 8 on the shot clock. Here is Lamb attacking. Lamb is stripped, and it's going to be good defense at the start for the Saints, who throw it full court to Riley. Riley, mistake there. So back-to-back turnovers, maybe some nervous energy at the start of this one. Pfeiffer not shy as he buries the first bucket of the game, a triple for Eric Pfeiffer. He was scoreless in the first meeting with Randall. He had 6 points in the victory against the Saints on Thursday. So 3-0 Knights here in the opening minute and change. Mitchell double dribbled. So Randall, couple mental errors here at the start of this one. So look out for the three-point shots if you're a Knights player today. And for Randall, they've got to cool down this Knights team. February is the best shooting month by far for Southwestern and Venice. They shot 48% as a team, 41% from 3. A 2-3 record to close the season for a team that went 3-18 tells you that they're playing well at the right time of the year. Byron Fields can't get it to go. Rebound by Thomas. He's a double-double guy. 12.5 points per game in the first 2 meetings between these two clubs. Here's a 3 off the back of the rim by Kanan Ryan, and it hit the little top of the black bar thingy, so it's it's Knights basketball. We're 2 minutes in, just 1 bucket so far. Some trapping pressure here for Randall as Viadex brings it into the forecourt. Viadex bounce past the Lamb, swings it out. Smith has that range. Can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Ryan. Pushes it into the forecourt. Hands it off to Davis for 3. Told you he wouldn't be shy. Chase Davis, 131 three-point attempts. 6th best in Division II. He's 7th in makes with 54. Got to close out on him here tonight for the Knights. Pfeiffer to Viadex. Now it's Lamb. Back up to Viadex for 3. Top of the key, and the Knights hit their second triple as Viadex, who had 23 combined points in the first 2 meetings, 7 on Thursday and 16 back in December. Down low, Mitchell, the extra pass, bucket in the foul by James Thomas, who will go to the line for a more traditional 3-point opportunity. Thomas, 12.5 points per ball game in the 2 meetings with Southwestern and Venice. That's roughly his season average at 12.8. Good free throw shooter, 78%. Double-double threat at 7.7 rebounds. He's also 8th in field goal percentage in the NCCAA. Good free throw shooter, as I mentioned, completes the old school 3-point play. 6-3 in favor of Southwestern and Venice. James Thomas shooting 57% from the field on the year. Really good player for Jesse Bird's team. Smith over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer cut off at the free throw line. Now Viadex from Smith. Fakes the 3, dribbles it. Out to Lamb on the left wing with 7 to shoot. Got to pull up, so he does, and rims it in. This is a good sign if you're a Knights fan. Justin Lamb, 13 on Thursday in the victory against Randall. The 3-pointers going down for both teams now as Eli Riley gets one from the right wing. 8 points per game in the first 2 meetings against the Knights for Eli Riley. Had just 5, though, on Thursday, 11 back in December. Byron Fields thought about it. He'll attack instead, hangs, scores, and he's fouled. So the offense, which was not flowing in the first 2 minutes of this game, both teams starting to cook a little bit. Byron Fields, 6 points on Thursday. 17 points total in the 2 meetings against Randall. He's a 71% free throw shooter. Rims it in. So 3 for Lamb, 3 for Viadex, 3 for Pfeiffer, and now 3 for Fields. It's 12-6, Southwestern and Venice over Randall. Mitchell, top of the key, hands it off to Riley. Now Ryan putting the moves on the scoop. Oh, got to get that one. All those nasty moves. Couldn't get the bucket. Rebound by Byron Fields. Fields, 14.3 points per game since January 15th. 4 double-doubles. He had a double-double on Saturday against Champion. Smith on the left wing. Shot clock at 9. Byron Fields, extra pass out to Pfeiffer. 4 to shoot. Viadek's going to have to create. He tries. Did draw the rim, but that possession not very fluid for the Knights. Pull up by Mitchell. Yeah, he's a pure scorer. 15 points in the loss against SWAU back on Thursday. Right about his average, CJ Mitchell. Yeah, 15.3. His first two, it's 12-8. Pfeiffer, the roll by Smith. Beautiful find by Eric Pfeiffer. Felix Smith, now all 5 starters have scored for the Knights. Smith's first bucket. Ryan to Mitchell, 4-3. And that is an air ball. Southwestern Adventist will get it back, leading by 6. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight. I'm sure maybe some Falcons fans from Kansas Christian looking on, wondering who they're going to play on Thursday. That'll be a nightcap. Randall's going to host the rest of the tournament. These 2 play-in games on the men's side. Oh, another 3-point opportunity. Byron Fields up to 5 points. He'll go to the line on the foul by Thomas. But Randall's going to host the women's tournament and the men's tournament. The women's tournament will start tomorrow. We're going to have a timeout before Byron Fields tries to complete another old school 3-point play. So we'll step aside and come back here in just a moment. So once again, Ozark winning earlier the first of 2 play-in games, this being the other. Chris Sheeman back here with you. So Ozark plays champion. And the winner of this game will play Kansas Christian. Southwestern Adventist did not play the Falcons this year. However, Randall did twice. Randall actually beat them 78-77 in Overland Park. And lost to the Falcons in Moore by 36. Another triple. This time it's Davis with his first bucket. It's rain and 3, second 3-pointer for the Saints. Knights have 3 of them here in the first 6 minutes. Stepping into one is Viadex, and he rims in his second triple. So Viadex with 6, Fields with 6. All 5 starters have scored. No subs out of the timeout for either team, I don't think. Thomas. Tough move to the hoop by James Thomas. One of the top shooters in the country, has 5 for Randall. 5 of the 13. Turnaround by Fields. Maybe some contact they let go. It'll be Riley into the forecourt. Riley, scoop, yes, and the foul. So Eli Riley, James Thomas now both with 5 points for Randall. Eli Riley, 80% at the free throw line. The Knights, their opponents are shooting 73% at the line. That's 3rd best in Division II. This is a Randall team that shoots about 74% from the line. So for whatever reason, it's not a stat that I would normally mention, but for, in playoff situations, the postseason, everything is magnified, and for whatever reason, even good free throw shooters like Riley are not hitting their free throws against the Knights. It's not like the Knights are doing anything, but it's just worth noting. Their opponents are not hitting their free throws. I'll tell you what, the Knights are hitting their triples, though. That's Felix Smith, his first 3 ball. How many is that now? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-pointers. Davis again, yes. Chase Davis is up to 6 points. And we got a good offensive flow to this one now. 7.5 in. Viadex now. AJ Aviles off the bench. Back to Viadex. AJ's been playing real good. 17.6 points per ball game in the last 5 games. Levi Rogers, also my new Twitter buddy, is into the game. Rogers had 6 on Thursday against Randall. He misses his first jumper here. Plays some nice stand-up defense against James Thomas to get a rare Thomas miss. Aviles into the forecourt. Knights by 5. We're inside 12 to go. Viadex on the right wing. Randall's in a zone here. Aviles. Viadex for 3 again. Yes, again. That from Viadex with 9 points, all of them from behind the arc. Southwestern Adventist 26, Randall 18. Mitchell on the right. Davis top of the key. And a little hand check there on Smith. More shuffling. Felix Smith, 5 points, will go to the bench. Josiah Hazelton in for the first time. So Hazelton, Billy Gold also checking in. Billy Gold, 27 points in the first 2 games against Randall during the regular season. He had 13 on Thursday and 14 back in December. Number 11 is DeJuan Sims for the Saints. The big guy, Isaac Cameron, is into the game as Sims gets his first bucket to go. So Jesse Bird getting his second unit out there as well. Riley is still out there. Chase Davis is still out there. Shot clock at 6. Levi Rogers goes glass for his first bucket. Riley now top of the key. Davis, quick trigger. Got another one, and away from the ball we have a foul. It came after the shot. Chase Davis has 9. Viadex 9 for the Knights. And I think we're going to have a one-shot free throw for Isaac Cameron. Nope, not Isaac. Who's it going to... What's... All right, apparently nothing. I don't know. Beats me, folks. I'm all the way in South Carolina. Can't ask them. Set the 5 right now. AJ Aviles, Viadex, Billy Gold, Rogers, and Hazelton right now for your Knights. Levi Rogers to the hoop. Had 2 defenders around him. Davis the rebound. Here comes Randall. Davis, heat check time. Missed it short. So 3 out of 5 from behind the arc. Aviles steps into a 3, but away from the ball, an offensive foul. Knights getting a little turnover prone here. Knights, I mentioned, wrapped the season on a hot shooting streak. That has continued throughout the first part of the first half of this play-in game in the Southwest region. The 4 seed over the 5 seed, 28-23, will have another timeout. Three-pointers are falling here for both of these teams, as you see that one go for the Knights. And another look at Viadex. He's got 3 triples. That's his most recent one. Davis for the Saints, we told you about him, 6th in attempts, 7th in makes in Division II. He's got 3 of 5 from downtown, 9 points. And it's been a fun one, 28-23. Mitchell into the forecourt. Cameron Mitchell. Now Riley scoops it back out to Mitchell, but he shuffled his feet. So Randall will turn it over. Saints have not won in a while. They lost 8 in a row in the regular season. Gold to Aviles on the near side against the zone. Viadex, Billy Gold. Back out Viadex. Yes, he cannot miss. Viadex's 4 triples. 12 points. Knights by 8 again. Inside 9 to go in the half. Here's Riley on the near side. This is DeJuan Sims. Now Rocky Smith into the game. And Hazelton gets the stop and rebound. Billy Gold, quick trigger. Rocky Smith the rebound. Sims now Mitchell. I don't think we'll see Mitchell gets it back. I don't think we'll see quite the rotations that we saw during the regular season as we get to playoff basketball. Tough bucket there by C.J. Mitchell, his second field goal. You get to playoff basketball and things start to tighten up. Give a sideline warning to Randall. Jesse Bird's way back there. Sit them big feet down, Jesse. I don't know what that was exactly. Some more changes as Kanan Ryan back into the game for Randall. Lamb back in. Aviles from deep. That's the first miss from 3 that I can remember for Southwestern Adventist in a while. They have a 6-point lead. Randall, though, hanging around. Jones into the game as well. Jordan Jones wearing number 5 in blue for the Saints. Sims gets it back to Ryan. Ryan surveys. Bounce passes it right to Levi, who's got a steal. Rogers to Lamb into the forecourt now for the Knights. Aviles on the near side. Billy Gold to Hazelton. Back out to Gold. So Knights surveying still against the zone with 9 to shoot. AJ to Hazelton. Out to Gold. Deja vu. Aviles for 3. Got another one. AJ Aviles, his first bucket, had 14 on Thursday in the win against Randall. He's off the bench with a 3. Knights by 9 now. Biggest lead. Turnover on Randall. Shout out to the Lady Knights. I don't know if they're already on the road or if they're watching this game and then going up to Moore tomorrow, but they're going to take on Champion tomorrow, 145. Champion is the number 1 team in the country, but they're the 2 seed in their region tournament. Ozark's the top seed. Smith back into the game. Entry pass deflected. Back-to-back turnovers. Now Ryan had his pass tipped. Got it back, though. Quick trigger 3 on the right side by Sims is long. That's going out of bounds. Last touched by Randall. Chris Sheeman with you here at the home studio in Greenville, South Carolina. We're watching the play-in game here in the Southwest Region Tournament. 4-seed Knights leading the 5-seed Saints. Now by double figures for the first time. As Felix Smith has 11. Viadex with 12, all from downtown. James Thomas back into the game off on the 10-footer for Randall. Aviles to Smith, back to AJ for 3. Yes. Boy, what do you do right now? AJ Aviles with 6, and the Knights just cannot miss from 3. 39-25, the lead grows to 14. Trying to answer back, and he does. It's Jordan Jones from downtown, 32% three-point shooter. He was scoreless against the Knights on Thursday. Had 7 points in the first meeting. He's got 3 now here tonight. AJ Aviles to the bucket. Swung out to Gold in the corner. Now back to AJ from Lamb. Nearing 5 to go in the half. Felix Smith to Lamb. Billy Gold driving baseline. The camera switched on us. Somebody scored. Or did they? Yes, they did. So the lead is 13. I couldn't tell you who scored. But it is a 13-point advantage. Here's Jones on the near side for Randall. Thomas for 3. Thomas is 31% from 3. It's not a strong suit, but he does have that range. Aviles. Yes, my goodness. AJ Aviles with 9 points, and it is raining triples for the 4-seed. Southwestern Adventist pushes its lead out to 16 points. Timeout by Randall. We'll be back. Welcome back. Chris Sheeman here with you. I have 10 three-pointers for Southwestern Adventist, and it might be more than that, but I'm pretty sure it's 10. Still have 4 minutes to go in the half. Randall's going to have to figure it out on the defensive end. Their offense hasn't been bad. Extra chance opportunity here for Randall. They brought their hot hand, Chase Davis, back in. Smart move by Jesse Bird. This one's starting to get away. Scoop shot is no good, but free throws coming for the Saints. Chase Davis has 9 points, all from downtown. Eli Riley has a triple. So does Jordan Jones. So we have 15 combined threes in the first half. CJ Mitchell short on his first free throw. Mitchell 72% at the line, is up to 5 points as he gets 1 out of 2. Well, if you're Randall, maybe the best thing that can happen is this upcoming halftime break, and if you're Southwestern Adventist, be the worst thing. The last thing you want to do is go into the locker room right now if you're the Knights. Keep this baby rolling. Some more changes as Cooper Goodell is in. Eli Riley back out there as well. So first appearance for Goodell. Riley started the game. Billy Gold Byron Fields back in. Felix Smith, A.J. Aviles, and Lamb for your Knights. Aviles short on that jumper. Rebound controlled by Randall. Riley pulled down the board. Mitchell putting the moves on. Contested jumper is pure for C.J. Mitchell. Starting to heat up with 7. Byron Fields to Smith, top of the key. Lamb thought about the 3. Lamb attacks, swings it out to Gold. Shot clock down to 6. Lamb's open in the corner. Steps inside the arc. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Goodell. Mitchell into the front court. Mitchell hangs, can't score. Fields has another rebound. Aviles. Pull up by Lamb, no good. Justin Lamb, 10 points per game at home compared to 6.5 on the road. He's shooting 47% from 3 at home. Nice backdoor cut and the scoop and score by Davis. Chase Davis, the first player in double figures for Randall. He has 11. Ephraim Viadex leads everybody with 12. But Randall, out of that timeout, has cut it down to an 11-point lead. Felix Smith can't get it to go, and Goodell will let it go out of bounds. So an opportunity here for Randall. You go into the locker room, you're on the road. Your opponent has hit 10 three-pointers, and you can cut it to single digits. That's some momentum that the Saints can work with here. Let's see. Mitchell, top of the key. Goodell, contested shot, got it anyways. So the Saints starting to heat up again. Stringing stops together, they've cut a 16-point lead down to 9. The Knights have let some leads go here at home. We've seen that all season long. 5 losses by 5 points or less this year. Byron Fields with a big bucket as the Knights answer back. But a lot of those games they lost by 5 or less, they led late in those. Mitchell hesitates, and he's fouled on the floor. Fairly clean game in terms of fouls. I don't think either team's in the 1-and-1 yet. Apparently I'm wrong. C.J. Mitchell's at the line. So Mitchell hit 1 out of 2 earlier, 72% this season. They say he was in the act of shooting. No, everybody's kind of standing around, so Mitchell misses the front end, and the poor free throw shooting against SWAU continues for whatever reason. If you're just joining us, I mentioned it earlier, Southwestern Adventist opponents are shooting 73% at the line against them. That's the 3rd best opponent's free throw percentage in the country in Division II in the NCCAA. It's one of those weird stats as the Knights turn it over. More shuffling for the Saints. Looks like they take Thomas out here in the final minute of this first half. High-scoring game. The Southwestern Adventist is led by as many as 16. Mitchell. Davis, top of the key. Riley stripped, and it's out of bounds off the Knights. Randall will have 10 to shoot. Cameron back into the game. Pass bobbled. Rogers with the steal. Viadex to the hoop. Yes! Somehow got that to go, and the foul. Viadex has 14 in the half. Let's take another look at this. I want to see the move to the bucket because I was looking down at my notes, but was there a hesitation in there for Viadex? You see, nice outlet there by Levi Rogers. Not really a hesitation, just a good attacking play. And the three-point opportunity complete. Viadex with 15. Knights back up by 14. Good response from Southwestern Adventist. After Randall called timeout, they went on a run, cut it to 9. Now the Knights pushing it back out. They've led by as many as 16. 10 three-pointers in the half for SWAU. Last shot time for the Saints. They turn it over, get it back, Mitchell, and then Lamb fouled him. So Mitchell is going back to the free throw line here. And now Cameron is out, and Rocky Smith comes in. Mitchell has 8 points. Chase Davis, the lone player in double figures for Randall, with 11. Knights will have a few ticks to work with here, as Mitchell's now up to 9. So 49-37. And Viadex is fouled. Did Randall have a foul to give? Yeah, use them up. Smart foul. So our clock is a little bit of a guesstimation. There might be more than 3 to work with. Viadex and Pfeiffer at the buzzer. Can't get it to go, but that's a rare miss from the three-point line for the Knights, who hit 10 three-pointers and go to the locker room with a double-digit lead. 49-37. It's the 2023 NCCAA Southwest Region play-in game, and right now the 4 seed holding court against the 5 seed. Southwestern Adventist 49, Randall 37. We'll be back with the second half in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. The Southwest Region play-in game between the 4-seed Southwestern Adventist and the 5-seed Randall University. The Knights leading the Saints 49-37, 10 3-pointers. The story for the Knights in the first half, led by Ephraim Viadex, who had 4 of those 10. He's got 15 total points. A.J. Aviles with 9, Byron Fields with 8, Felix Smith with 7, Justin Lamb with 3, Eric Pfeiffer also has 3 tonight, Levi Rogers has a deuce, and the Knights throw it away on the opening possession. So Randall trailed by as many as 16, cut it down to 9, and then the Knights push it out to 14, and we start the second half with a 12-point advantage for the 4-seed. Mitchell got his defender in the air, couldn't get the jumper to go. C.J. Mitchell with 9. Lone player in double figures for the Saints is Chase Davis. He had 3 3-pointers. He's got 11 total points. Nice pass there by Lamb. Fields a strip but fouled. Winner of this game will play the top seed out of the north in the Southwest region, Kansas Christian. That'll be a 7 p.m. game on Thursday at Randall University. Randall in Moore, Oklahoma. They're going to host the men's and women's tournament the rest of the way. We had one game earlier today, another play-in game. It was Ozark Christian winning against Barclay. Shout out to my old buddy Chris Lamb. His team is going to take on the top seed out of the south in the Southwest region. That'll be Champion Christian in a 1 p.m. game on Thursday. Thomas, 5 points in the game. Couldn't get that jumper to go. Smith throws it ahead to Fields. And now the offense will set up for the Knights. Lamb, top of the key. Quiet night for Justin Lamb, but the rest of his teammates are grease lightning. Pfeiffer gets his second triple. He's got 6. Mitchell into the front court. Riley hesitated, came up short. Pfeiffer the rebound. Throw ahead. Nobody's on Fields. Poor transition defense there. Byron Fields in double figures now. He's got 11. This is the biggest lead now for Southwestern Adventist at 17. Thomas answers right back. James Thomas with 7 tonight for Randall. It's win or go home time. I love this time of the year. Get out the month of ESPN Plus for all the conference tournaments. It's a lot of fun. Mitchell cut off. Swings it out to Davis for 3. Can't get it to go. Smith doing a nice job to stay with Davis as best he can here tonight. Davis does have 11 points, but off on his first one here in the second half. Lamb in the corner. Lamb cut off. Viadex, same spot, same result for Eric Pfeiffer. Back-to-back triples for Pfeiffer. Now the biggest lead is 18. It's 57-39, or was that a 2? It says 56-39 on our scoreboard. So apparently they called that a 2. Eric Pfeiffer with 8, not 9 in the game. Levi Rogers is going to be an early sub for Tyler Woldridge. Byron Fields goes out. Mitchell throws it cross court. Here's Ryan for 3. No. Rebound by Viadex. Pfeiffer. Pass deflected by Ryan, and then Ryan comes up with the steal in the front court. Mitchell swings it out. Here's Riley for 3. No, and the shot's just not falling right now for Randall. Viadex attacks. Viadex short. Smith the rebound. Swings it out to Pfeiffer from Lamb, and then he's stripped by Ryan. But Ryan apparently was out of bounds. Jesse Bird not happy with what he's seeing. He's bringing in 5 new players. It's going to be DeJuan Sims, number 11. Isaac Cameron, number 34. Jordan Jones, number 5. Rocky Smith, number 23. And Cooper Goodell, number 3. Viadex Pfeiffer now. Another one from the left side. This time, it's a miss for Pfeiffer. Bounce pass down low to Cameron. The flip shot is good. Isaac Cameron, 4 points in the loss against Southwestern Adventist on Thursday. That's his first bucket here tonight. 56-41. Viadex scoops it out. Lamb had to save it from the elbow. Got the jumper. Justin Lamb with 5. Mentioned he shoots 47% from 3 at home. He's averaging 3.5 points per game more at home than on the road. Goodell thought about it from deep. Now to Jones. This is Sims, and he's fouled on the floor. Lead is 17 right now for the Knights, matching their biggest lead up to 12 3-pointers for Southwestern Adventist. We talked all this talk in the first 4 minutes of the game was about what? It was about all the Randall three-point shooting. Their 9th, Randall, with 662 three-point attempts, and 10th in makes with 216. But it's been all three-point shooting for the Knights here tonight. These teams split the regular season. Randall won back in December, 78-74. That was a game played in Oklahoma. And then on Thursday, just a few days ago, Southwestern Adventist took down Randall by 16 here in Keene. 78-62 was the final in that one. Rogers from right of the lane, missed it short, comes right to Viadex. Where is the rebounding? Viadex with 17 points. 4 3-pointers. Biggest lead now, it grows to 19. Another stop. Rogers the rebound. Pfeiffer throws it ahead to Lamb. Back to Pfeiffer. Pull up off the back iron. Another rebound for Viadex. Offensive rebounding here in the second half for the Knights. It wasn't a story in the first half because they weren't missing many shots. As I mentioned, winner plays Kansas Christian. I'm sure those folks are sneaking a peek at who their opponent might be. Kansas Christian split with Randall. They didn't play Southwestern Adventist this year. Rogers is fouled. Levi will go to the line. Saints beat Kansas Christian 78-77 in Overland Park, but they lost to the Falcons in Moore by 36. That is a good Falcons defense. They have, I think, 5 of the top 10 guys in steals per game are play for the Falcons. It's always been that team up in Overland Park. They've got one of those like NAIA-sized rosters where there's like 40 or 50 guys on there that see regular minutes. Exaggerating a little bit, but it's a deep roster. They're a very good team. Wouldn't surprise me if the 2 top seeds, Champion and Kansas Christian, met. They played a good game in the regular season. Scooped by Goodell. Cooper Goodell with his second field goal after Rogers missed both free throws. So 19-point lead is now 17. Here's Lamb on the left wing. Bounce pass to Levi. He's stripped by Cameron. Jones attacks. Goodell for 3. Yes. Cooper Goodell up to 7 points. And we're going to get a timeout. So Randall hits back-to-back buckets. Knights still in control, though, 60-46. We'll be back after this timeout. We've been talking about it, but this is the updated bracket. Ozark advanced in their play-in game. They'll take on Champion on Thursday. Chris Sheeman back here with you from the home studio in Greenville, South Carolina. You and I watching the second play-in game in the opening round of the 2023 NCCAA Southwest Region Men's Basketball Tournament. Lamb steps inside the arc, follows his miss. This is the third offensive rebound already in this second half. We're in the second half. And we got a foul called. Rogers got hit in the back. Tyler Woldridge bringing Byron Fields back into the... Wait a minute. Is he or isn't he? Byron Fields back into the game. A.J. Aviles checking in. Billy Gold out there as well. So Fields comes in. Jesse Bird will counter with James Thomas checking back in. So Fields, Felix Smith, Lamb, Aviles, and Gold. 5 right now for your Knights. Shot clock is at 10 for SWAU. Aviles with 6. AJ had it poked away. Nice defensive play there. And the bucket and foul by Jones. Jordan Jones, correction, that's DeJuan Sims. So DeJuan Sims makes a terrific play defensively. Now a chance for an old school three-point play. Knights, who had led by 19, Randall on a bit of a run here to possibly shave 8 points off of that deficit. Sims 68% at the line, gets it to go. DeJuan Sims with 5. And it is an 8-0 run for Randall, 60-49. Nearing 12 minutes to go in the game. Felix Smith over to Aviles. Billy Gold between the circles. Randall went on a run in the first half. Billy Gold attacks and scores his first bucket here tonight. Gold, I mentioned, 27 points in the first 2 meetings combined. Just 2 points here tonight, but playing well on that offensive series. Jones out to Smith for 3. No good. That was Thomas for 3. My apologies. Thomas guarding Fields now. Byron Fields going to work. The flip off the back rim, no good. Here comes Randall. Trailing by 13. To the bucket, Goodell attacks and scores. Cooper Goodell with 9 points off the bench. Lamb on the near side. Scoop over to Aviles in the corner. Nearing 11 to play in this one. Gold attacks again. This time he's too strong off the glass. Thomas the rebound. Jones cut over to Goodell. Long rebound chased down by Lamb. Aviles. Now Lamb will set up the offense here for the Knights. We're inside 11 minutes to go in this one. Knights by 11. They've led by as many as 19 here in the half. Aviles for 3. No. Tip for the rebound. Smith has it. Smith to the cutter, Gold, and he'll back it out. Fresh 20, so the Knights in no hurry. Aviles bounce pass out to Smith with 8 to shoot. Smith attacks, hangs, and scores. Felix Smith with 9 points. He had 9 in the victory against Randall on Thursday. Sims with the hezzy, pass tipped out. A.J. Aviles tried for it. Jones dove for it, and Jones might have gotten a timeout. Quick timeout. We will be back nearing the midway point of this second half. Knights still up double figures. We'll be back. Nearing the midway point of this second half, Chris Sheeman back here with you. I mentioned that Ozark won their play-in game over Barclay. Does anybody know if Chris Lamb's close to 1,000 wins? I know that banner that they have in the display case at Ozark Christian he was over 500 points like 8 years ago when I first started doing the ACCA tournament. I gotta think he's close to 1,000. Pull up by Riley, who's back into the game, no good. Then we got a foul on the rebound, and it looks like it's on James Thomas. So we're past the midway point. Southwestern of Venice has led by as many as 19 points here tonight. Ephraim Viadex with 17 points. Byron Fields in double figures with 11. 9 for A.J. Aviles, 9 for Felix Smith, and 8 for Eric Pfeiffer, leading scorers in the game. Viadex is in the corner. Josiah Hazelton in the game out of the timeout with Fields, Aviles, and Gold. That's the 5 right now for your Knights. Hazelton with 8 to shoot. Fields at the free throw line. Pass awry. Aviles couldn't save it. Miscommunication leads to turnovers. Window's still very much open for the Saints. Down by 13. But they've got three-point shooting of their own. And if they can get it going on the offensive end, things could get interesting. I mean, started to talk about this earlier that had an 8-0 run to cut the 19-point deficit down to 11, Randall, in the second half. They cut it to 9 towards the end of the first half, and then the Knights responded. So they have made a run once before in this game. Knights trying to avoid that. Hazelton had Fields wide open. Hesitated and missed them. Gold, the jumper, yes. Billy Gold, 4 points, all in the second half. Lead back out to 15 for SWAU. The 4 seed Southwestern of Venice, the 5 seed Randall. So Mitchell back into the game, gets it to, who is this? Let's see if I could see the number. It's going to be an offensive foul. I don't have a 30 on my roster. Jesse Bird throwing a curveball at me. So Viadex into the forecourt. Alley-oop, slam, dunk. Byron Fields with the athleticism. Fields with a baker's dozen here tonight. I think that's Garrett Brown. I think that's a 20, not a 30. Ball thrown away. Chase Davis gets it back, though. Now Mitchell attacks. He got tripped up, with just 5 on the shot clock. But, yeah, let's run that play back. Point guards, good ones, use their eyes to see everything. And they use their eyes to communicate, as you see the cut there. Back to live action now. Randall with 17 to shoot after the foul. Riley right to the hoop. Parts the sea and scores. Eli Riley has 7 points. Viadex. A.J. Aviles. A.J. hangs, scores. Aviles in double figures now with 11. 70-53. Backing down Thomas. And we're going to get another timeout, it looks like. So we'll step aside. Knights have led by double figures for most of the evening. And they continue to do so as we go to a timeout. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be back with you at the home studio in Greenville, South Carolina. This is the Southwest Region Men's Basketball Tournament. Opening round action between the 4-seed Southwestern Adventist and the 5-seed Randall. Winner will take on the top seed out of the North, Kansas Christian, in a game that will be played in Moore, Oklahoma at 7 p.m. approximately on Thursday. I sound like a little bit like Greg Gumbel there. Inside 7 to play here in this one. Knights have been in control for most of the night. Billy Gold for 3. Yes! Billy Gold heating up here in the second half. He's got 7 points. Knights have 14 three-pointers here tonight. Attacking Mitchell. Mitchell's been busy at the free throw line, and he's going right back there. C.J. Mitchell, 9 points. And a normally good free throw shooter, just not going down for him at the free throw line with consistency here today. And if you're just joining us, I mentioned that's kind of been happening all season long for SWAU opponents. So 1 out of 2, Mitchell is in double figures. He joins Chase Davis in double figures. Mitchell with 10, Davis leads the team with 11. 17 for Viadex to lead all scorers. Viadex with the basketball. Gold called for traveling. Saints will get it back. Randall has lost its last 8 games in a row. The Knights, meanwhile, they have played really well in the month of February and is carried over from the regular season to the postseason. February, the best shooting month by far for Southwestern Adventist. They shot 48% as a team, roughly. 41% from 3. Had a 2-3 record to close the season. Those region victories against Randall and Arlington gave them the home court here in this play-in game. The only other win for Southwestern Adventist came against a fellow ACCA opponent. That's Union College from Lincoln, Nebraska. That was on the Michigan trip. Mitchell has the basketball now. Tip pass out to Davis for 3. Way off. So Davis, Thomas, Sims, Mitchell, and Riley, the 5 right now for Randall. For Southwestern Adventist, Smith, Avilas, Viadex, Gold, and Fields. Fields played great defense there. Numbers for Southwestern Adventist. Viadex draws contact. Are they going to say it was on the floor? Looks like it. Now Chase Davis goes out, and Cooper Goodell comes in. Well, Davis started hot. He had 11 points. All of that in the first half, though, and Cooper Goodell, 9 points, with most of that coming here in the second half. So Jesse Bird trying to bring in a hot hand. They'd have to play almost perfect to come from behind. And we've seen the Knights blow some leads here at home, but as I mentioned, the Knights are just going in the right direction. On their way to play Kansas Christian on Thursday. We'll step aside. Not sure what the issue there was, but 26 on the shot clock. Knights basketball nearing 5 to play here in the ball game. Billy Gold out to Viadex. Fields. And they got a foul called on Thomas. Thomas starting to rack up the fouls. That's 3 or 4 on him. He's going to have to be careful. Byron Fields at the line for a 1-and-1. Viadex has 17 points. Fields with 13. Byron is a 71% free throw shooter this season. And you know, the Knights have really turned the corner here in the month of February. We've talked a lot about their offense, but they're 7th overall in Division II in points per game allowed. They're only giving up around 76 points per ball game. The offense was so abysmal at the start of the year, it kind of contributed to the poor record, but the defense and the hustle plays have been there throughout. This is a Randall team that averages over 73 a game, and they're stuck on 56 right now. So Kansas Christian, of course, the top seed. They will be the favorites, of course, but don't expect an easy one on Thursday if you're a Falcons fan checking in on this one. Smith for 3 in the corner, no good. Billy Gold, the hustle play. Byron Fields, half-circle jumper, no good. Goodell hangs and scores again. So Cooper Goodell, third player in double figures for Randall. He matches Chase Davis with 11 points. C.J. Mitchell has 10. Viadex, nobody picked up the ball, and Viadex with 19 here today. We got a foul called here on the Knights. James Thomas and C.J. Mitchell are the two seniors for Randall. C.J. Mitchell, 15 points per ball game, 8th in Division II in assists with 4.3. James Thomas, we told you about him, 8th in Division II at 56, almost 57% shooter. This is starting to look like it will be their last minute suiting up for Randall in this winner-go-home game. Actually, I don't think Mitchell's out there right now. James Thomas is. Yeah, right now Jordan Jones, who hit that last bucket for Randall, by the way, is in for Mitchell. Got another whistle at the 3-minute mark. Ryan will come out. Another 1-and-1, this time Viadex at the line, 65% free throw shooter. Front end is good, and Ephraim Viadex now with 20 points. Jesse Bird does bring C.J. Mitchell back into the game. So Viadex 1 out of 2. The lead is 16 for Southwestern Adventist. Here's Mitchell. 10 points tonight. Traveled with the basketball. Timeout for the Saints. Getting late in this one. Knights in control. Looking like they're going to advance. We'll be back. Southwestern Adventist leading Randall 76-60. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Full court press is on here for the Saints, who could use a little saintly intervention to try to make a comeback here. It would take about that this late in the game. Credit the Knights, though. It's been fun to cover them this second half of the year to watch their progression. You know, they're going to, if they win today, improve to 4-18, which doesn't sound like much, but I'm telling you, this is gonna be a hard-nosed team in the tournament, and hopefully for them they can make a little noise. Back-to-back turnovers. We'll give the ball back to Southwestern Adventist. Kanan Ryan, scoreless night for him. He checks back in. Billy Gold and Justin Lamb with Viadex. Billy Gold got fouled here in the backcourt, so I think this is double bonus now. Billy Gold with 7 points, all here in the second half. So still a 1-1. Gold 86% free throw shooter this season, 9.8 points per ball game. Got both free throws, 9 for Billy. Mitchell, jumper no good. Offensive rebound by Ryan, and the bucket. That's the first one for him. Viadex throws ahead to Fields. Got it to Gold. And we got another foul. Is Randall really trying to foul? Well, when it's win or go home, you play till the end, I guess. But it's a 16-point game with 2 minutes. Like, this is wrapped up. Billy Gold now looking to go into double figures at the free throw line here. And he does with his first. Double bonus the rest of the way for Southwestern Adventist. Make it 11 for Gold. 3 players in double figures. Viadex with 4 players in double figures. Viadex with 20. Fields with 13. Aviles has 11, and so does Billy Gold. They call a technical foul, it looks like. Emotions in a win-or-go-home game starting to get away from Randall, who are going to wrap their season at just 4-22. Just 2 teams going in opposite directions. You know, you get to this time of the year, and Southwestern Adventist had its best month of the year. Randall with one of its worst, and this is the result. Baker's dozen now for Billy Gold, all 13 here in the second half. Biggest lead now for Southwestern Adventist has ballooned to 20. Just inside 2 minutes to go. Micah Moss into the game. As Jesse Bird empties the bench, they're still fouling. This is kind of incredible. I don't get it. We have Billy Gold. More stat padding time for Billy as he goes to the free throw line here. Josiah Hazelton in. Daniel Brooks out there for the first time for Tyler Woldridge's team. Billy Gold's got his last 6 free throws now. It's a 15-point night for Billy Gold so far. Micah Moss gets it to go. And they're going to stop just to allow some subs to come in. So C.J. Mitchell stays on the court. James Thomas, one of the 2 seniors, out. This is unbelievable. It's a 20-point game, and they continue to foul. Billy Gold says, I'm taking it. Our clock is never completely accurate, but I do know we're inside 2 minutes. I don't know what Randall expects to happen here. So now 8 straight at the free throw line for Billy Gold, who pushes his totals out to 17 points. Putting a little extra frosting on the cake in what will be a Knights victory. They're going to count the bucket for Micah Moss plus the foul. So Moss will go to the line for an opportunity for a 3-point play. So Randall will go home. They will be in charge of the men's and women's tournament. Women's tournament will start tomorrow. Knights taking on Champion at 1:45. Looks like they're going to let them run the clock here. Daniel Brooks trying to get into the books, and he does with the 15th three-pointer of the night. Daniel Brooks buries it. He's 46% from 3. He doesn't get a ton of run, you know, but Micah Moss off the bench. He's got 7 points in the last minute. So it'll be Southwestern Adventist and Kansas Christian, 7 p.m. approximately on Thursday. Brooks got another one. Daniel Brooks making a case. 16 three-pointers for Southwestern Adventist, 92 points on the board. Is this the highest scoring game for the Knights? I believe it is. Viadex running some clock here. Inside 30 seconds to go. And likely won't take a shot here. No need to. Let's see. The previous high for Southwestern Adventist was 87 points. Let's see here. 87 points was the high. So, yeah, surpassing that by 5 here today, 92-69. Jones attacks, had it blocked, got it back, and then he's out of bounds, and the Knights will dribble it out. So Randall will wrap their season at 4-22. Southwestern Adventist will take on the top seed out of the north, Kansas Christian, as they win the opening round game 92-69. Biggest victory of the year for the Knights as they win their 4th game of the year, 2nd time against Randall, and Tyler Woldridge and company will play on. They go to Moore, Oklahoma, and Randall University starting on Thursday for the 2nd round game against the top seed Kansas Christian. And again, that'll be a 7 p.m. game. Well, that'll do it for our coverage here at Southwestern Adventist. This time I'm sure of it, folks. I want to thank you for watching all season long. Thanks to Tyler Woldridge for having me. Once again, your final score, it's the Knights 92, Saints 69. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the tournament.